Well, hello again, and welcome to Rollyn's Reviews. Had a little extra time today, got off work not too long ago, and I said I just cannot wait until the weekend. I watched this video and I had to jump on immediately. Didn't have time to do a lot of prep, but just wanted to discuss this with you. Hope you don't mind that I'm not on screen. Again, I just decided to jump on really quickly. And those of you who are here, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. How you doing, Jacqueline, Seafryer, everyone who's in the chat room? Please go ahead, hit that little thumb for me. Please go ahead and share this video out on your various forms of social media. I am going to share this with you. We've been talking about the gaslighting, the psychological manipulation, the schemes, the swindling, the bamboozling, the deceiving, all of the ruses, the brainwashing, everything that the enemy, and we all know who our common enemy is, the Democratic Party, or as I say, Demoncratic Party, emphasizing the demon, okay? And I wanted to share this with you because this is, you have people who remember. How you doing, Lady Libra? The some of the older generation, this is all they watch. So for those of you, remember we talked about this, wondering why the older generation does not want to hear, any other side. It's because they're watching this crap from MSNBC and from CNN. And they're fear mongering, which we knew that they were going to do that. And so this is nothing new. This is straight from the Democrats' playbook. They've been doing it forever. Why change your tactics when it's still working? But this just makes me angry because, again, the older population, this is what they look at. They're not on social media, okay? They're not on. Now, some are on, social media, but not to the extent that younger generations are. And so this is the crap that they're listening to. And, older people, it doesn't take a lot for them to become frightened. And so let's listen to this, and I'll be responding to your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this. Please share this out on all your various forms of social media. We said they were going to do this, so this is nothing new. This has been expected. They've been doing this. Kamala's already out. Jim Crow Joe is out. They're both making their rounds. And of course, Maxine Waters, God, we need term limits. We already know what she's about as well. So let's listen to this, and I'll be responding to your comments in the comment section, folks.
Joining me now, Congressman Robert Garcia of California, member of the House Oversight Committee and the Homeland Security Committee, and Congresswoman Maxine Waters of California, ranking member of the Financial Services Committee. Thank you both very much for coming back to the Sunday show. This is a question for each of you. And Congressman Garcia, since you are not here at the table, I'll go to you first. Trump told the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, quote, "If everything's honest, I'd gladly accept the results. If it's not, you have to fight for the right of the country." Why should we take this threat seriously?
Well, because we know that Trump believes this in his heart. He's got an army of MAGA, extreme far-right folks in the Congress and across the country. And he has a derangement about hurting people, hurting democracy, sending a mob in to attack a Capitol, to overthrow our government, wanting to round up migrants from across the country. And so we absolutely should take him on his word. We saw that he actually executed and tried to do horrible things to people across this country in this last term. A lot of folks can say they didn't know, or maybe didn't know what to expect from Donald Trump. We can't say that this time. We know what he's going to do, and he must be stopped.
Congresswoman Waters, your reaction to Trump saying, if everything's honest, everything's above board, to his point of view, he'll gladly accept the results of the country, but if not?
Well, first of all, you can't trust anything that Donald Trump has to say. No matter if he loses, he's going to say that it was fraud, he still has not accepted what happened in the last presidential election. And so we have to be very concerned about a former president of the United States talking about attacking his own country, talking about perhaps a bloodbath, talking about perhaps there's going to be trouble. He said it in so many different ways. We should take him seriously. Mm-hmm. This man does not believe in the Constitution. He wants to be a dictator. This is a dangerous human being. And we have to know what our country is going to do to protect us from him.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, yeah. I know you can keep going for this whole hour, Congresswoman, on that. But speaking of the Constitution, Trump says in that Time interview that he would not seek to overturn or ignore the Constitution's prohibition on a third term. So the American people believe that. Do you believe that?
No. Absolutely not. As I said, you can't believe anything that Donald Trump has to say. Donald Trump will do any and everything that he can possibly get away with. He does not at all support the Constitution of the United States of America. This is a man who we'd better be careful about. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the Justice Department and I'm going to ask the president to tell us what they're going to do to protect this country against violence if he loses. I want to know about all of those right-wing organizations that he's connected with, who are training up in the hills somewhere and targeting, what communities they're going to attack. We need to know now, given that he's telling us that there's going to be violence if he loses. We need to know what his plan is and how we're going to be protected.
Well, Congressman Garcia, one of the things we know, especially from that Time magazine profile of Trump, it points out that there are 4 separate entities, including the Heritage Foundation's Project 25, that are working behind the scenes to create a government in waiting, complete with Trump loyalists and day one plans to uproot whatever guardrails remain against presidential overreach. Please explain why this isn't hyperbole. This is real.
This is dangerous. And I think what they are preparing is to destroy our democracy, the way we have elections in this country.
Newsflash, the democracy is already being destroyed by Jim Crow Joe. I digress.
And the Congresswoman is absolutely correct. Make no mistake, and let's be crystal clear. If Donald Trump gets reelected, there is no doubt that he will try to stay in office beyond his 4-year term. He will destroy this country, our democracy. He'll change the way we run elections. He'll attack secretaries of state, and he'll do everything he can in his power to stay in office. And the country that we know of today, we will no longer have. It's sobering. It's scary, but we have to take it seriously. This is a person that we have to take at his word. And so we have to do everything that we can between now and the election to strengthen, support our local election officials, ask the Department of Justice to be prepared, and most importantly, to reelect, of course, President Biden.
All right.
Oh, I think I'm going to throw up my dinner. No, he didn't say that we have to reelect Jim Crow Joe. I digress again. Oh,
Congresswoman Waters, in the minute that we have left, Donald Trump told Time that he intends to pursue policies that would address what he calls a, quote, definite anti-white feeling in this country. And he says it's a feeling that, quote, can't be allowed. Given the attacks on affirmative action, DEI initiatives, and the grab bag of grievance that critical race theory has become, will that reverse racism narrative work with the American people at the ballot box in November?
One of the things we better know is we cannot chance that it won't work. We know that there are people who are aligned with him, who follow him, who are already practicing what their government is going to be under Trump. Not only are they planning on a civil war if they have to do that, but he's spelling it out specifically how and what they're going to do and how he's going to get revenge, how he's going to attack his enemies, all of these things. And when he talks about race, we know, and I'm going to tell you again today, Donald Trump is a pure racist.
So again, straight from the Democratic Playbook, how many times have they used the word racist, And if you guys, I hope you were listening clearly. Everything that they were describing the Democratic Party and how they've destroyed this country. So they flipped the script, and unfortunately, the older people that just sit there and watch MSNBC and CNN, this is all they hear. And of course, they're going to be frightened. Denise, how are you? This is right up her alley, fanning the flames of hate. Denise, you know she's one of the primary, race hustlers. She's right up there with Sharpton. We do need term limits. And so this is what, we said was coming. How you doing, Emmy? Yeah, she's fear-mongering. Emmy just coming in. How you doing, Debbie? The older people that look at MSNBC, CNN, of course they're frightened. They don't know the truth. How many of them are really on other forms of social media, like some of the other age groups? Debbie says, absolutely. They're describing, Debbie gets it. They're describing what the Democrats have done. They've destroyed this country. And what did she say? If he gets in there again, you won't recognize, she or the other guy, or said you won't recognize the country. Heck, you don't recognize it now because of the migrant crisis. What the heck are they talking about? Steve, I always get her mixed up with Al Sharpton. Steve said she looks like, and she sure does act like she's a primary race hustler, just like Al Sharpton, who keeps fanning the flames of racial hatred to try and keep people at each other's throats. James, unfortunately, I really think she believes it. James, yeah, she's so gone. But she has her million. She's bought and paid for. She's a puppet. She's a plant. She's a Democratic shill. Debbie, hey, by the way, I am the old. Debbie says Debbie, please share this with as many people as possible. Lady Libra, I don't think Joe Biden or Trump is good for this country, but the truth is Trump did try to overturn the last election. He was responsible for January 6th, where people died. I can't forget that. Okay, Lady Libra. And so, guys, what do we do? Now, Lady Libra, I think you were saying, because I do have some people on here who are independents, I think, and Lady Libra, there are a lot of people who are saying they're not voting for Trump or Biden. We have been saying a lot of people are saying they're going to stay home. They're going to vote the couch. Now, historically, in the past, when particularly minority communities, Black communities, when Black America, when they don't get out and vote, that's always a win for the Republicans. And Lady Libra, I am a registered independent as well. And like we said, the Republicans really, this is their opportunity. They haven't done everything that they needed to do to try and garner more votes from a heterogeneous mixture of people. So this is their opening. This is their chance. I don't know what they don't take advantage of this. I just don't know what else to say. And that's just where we are, folks. What else can you do? It's right here. They didn't have to do it's laid right there for them, for the taking. And all they have to do is get out and reach out to Black communities, Hispanic communities, get out and share their platforms and their policies with people so people know what they stand for. So again, we're talking about how bad the country is now. And of course, the Democrats, they're losing all these people because of their policies and the things that they're doing. And so this is a perfect opportunity. They need to grab hold, take it and run. They've been given a gift. Now, what they do with it, that's on them. And I'm not talking about the rhinos. They're just Republican in name only. Let's keep it real. Democrats and Republicans, a lot of them, They, a lot of them believe the same way. So, hey, but now's the time. Karen says, I'm waiting for the first debate. Okay, yeah. Karen, I am too. Lady Libra, if people want to change, vote independent. We can change things if people want to change. Okay, Lady Libra, good point. Underground West, how are you? Peace to you. How are you? If you're independent, vote for RFK Jr., but for the love of God, please do not surrender your right to vote. Peace to you. I get it, but there are millions of people who are saying that's exactly what they're going to do. They're so disgusted with the Democrats. They're so disgusted with the Republicans. A lot of people are just not going to get out. I don't know what we can do, but that's just where we are. When people get to that level of frustration and disgust, it's so difficult to get them to change their mind, okay? Denise, they are the same party, right? Denise, the payoff, right? So when you look at it, there really aren't a lot of differences, because if you look, when Trump was in office, you had a lot of Republicans who were working against him too. So again, folks, if we look at why we elect leaders, Democrats and Republicans, their constituents put them there. But when they get there, they forget about their constituents. And what are they doing? Right? They're doing what's best for the party. What about the people who voted and placed you in office? How you doing, Joseph? I know I'm voting for Donald Cheeto Trump this election, okay? Yeah, and I tell people, I just share facts with you. And who you vote for, that's up to you, right? I don't lose relationships with people, friends, family, whoever. I have people in my family that are going to vote for Biden. I have people in my family that are going to vote for Trump. I have independents in my family, so it's it varies. But to me, relationships are more important than who you're voting for. So if we could get back to that time where we could be different, but we could still love each other, that would be great. Excuse me. Peace to you. When Americans give up on America, that's when we are done as a nation. Peace to you. You're exactly right. But sadly, that's where we are with millions of Americans. And look at these kids. Those of you who were here in the chat section, if you were not here for my live stream yesterday, check it out with the students that are protesting. And they're protesting, they're supporting Hamas, they're saying death to America. There's a lot of things going on. People better wake up. Where are we? Crystal might vote for Jill Stein, okay. Katrina Sandoval, how are you? I vote for Orange Man, bad, 4 more years, okay. Lady Libra said exactly, peace to you. Denise, walking away from an election is one thing, but standing up for an election is even braver. Okay, Denise, that's a good point. Like I said, I guess everyone's at a different place, emotionally, psychologically. And so I just tell people to look at each person's policy, see which person has, the policies that most or closely align to your values and your morals, and that's who you vote for. So Denise, if you came on and said, well, I'm voting for Biden, I'm not going to denigrate your name and call you bad words. That's your God-given American right. I just know I'm not voting for Jim Crow Joe. And I have various reasons. Denise, if you haven't checked out my earlier videos, check them out, girl. I have lots of reasons. Where are we? James, a few thousand protesters are marching in NYC as you speak. James, it's nuts. I was watching a video earlier and they were asking some of the students what they were marching for, and they couldn't even answer the question. They were out there dancing around doing some crazy dance that they do, that Hamas does, and they did not even know why they were marching. So it's crazy. I was looking at another video. I told you I look at a lot. I like to share information with you. And it was a video, I'm looking at an old documentary. It's from the 50s and 60s. And I may share that with you one day. And it's talking, it's from Lenin, of course, the communists and how they infiltrated the civil rights movement and everything. Now, those documentaries were made in the 50s and 60s, but I got to get the exact date. I haven't, but I look at so much. But it sounds like they made it today because it's the same tactics. Denise, I am no Joe as well, Miss Rolynn. Denise, oh yeah, Denise, I'm sorry that I denigrated your name like that. Would you please forgive me, dear? You're like me. You don't want nothing to do with Jim Crow Joe. Joseph, some students are joining these protests to tear up stuff and be reckless. Joseph, I was always also watching. They were saying that a lot of these people on these campuses, some are students, some are not. Some are paid. We know who the primary puppet master is. It is George Soros. We already know what they're trying to do with their Marxist socialist agenda. So there. Steve, I will never vote for a Democrat. Okay. And so that's just, I wanted to share that with you guys that I just got off from work and I saw this and I said, oh my God. I said, this cannot wait until the weekend. I really need to get on now. So I may start doing that. And we only have like 9 or 10 days of school left. So I may start getting on for a little bit, not for a long period of time, but just sharing something that I've watched because I'm always on here trying to find out and stay on top of things that are going on. So anyway, what do you guys think? I wasn't going to keep you for a long period of time, but I just wanted to know what you felt about Mighty Mad Max. Culture mix, no tangibles, no vote. That goes for every party. Okay. John Baker, surprise. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you. And when I get off tomorrow, if there's some other wild and crazy video from the loony left, I'll jump on again. Now that, again, school is almost out. We only have, I don't know, just a few days, 2 weeks total. I'll be jumping on a lot more. And of course, as we get closer and closer to the election, we know that they're going to start ratcheting up the pressure. James, I love you, Ro, but I didn't enjoy seeing this. James, what is it that you didn't enjoy? James, what is it? Talk to me, brother. What didn't you enjoy seeing? How you doing? My right hand over. Bernie Sanders advises President Biden 100% of the time. Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party shut Sanders out in 2016. They sure did. Bernie then backed Hillary Clinton. You know what? Hand over they did because it's all about power. And so if you just look at how evil they are, James, James, that is frightening. But James, again, for the people who are not on social media the way that some of us are, this is all they hear all day long. All these lies from MSNBC and from the Clinton News Network, CNN. This is all they hear all day long. And ABC, CBS, NBC, the regular news stations, they're no better. And I love watching PBS because they have a lot of documentaries. But when their news comes on, it's all the way left leaning. So, it's just unbelievable. So that's all I had. And I hope that you all had a wonderful work day. And again, depending on what's going on tomorrow, I may jump on again. You never know. I try to catch you off guard. Lady Libra, they should have shut them down the moment they disrupted the colleges. Exactly, Lady Libra. Say it again for the people in the back, dear. This is America, not Iran or Pakistan, where they take our flags down and place other countries' flags on college flagpoles. Lady Libra, that's what they're doing. They're over there with those that they're trying to trample the American flag and they're trying to hoist their flag. They are nuts, the Pakistani flag. And they're shouting death to America. If I had my way, I would pick them all up and drop them off over there in Hamas and let's see how long they would last. Those people hate Americans. What's wrong with these people? James Wayne, I'll tell you this, here in Brooklyn where I live, the Hispanic vote is for Trump. Good, that's great. John, yes, PBS is, it's far left. but I love their documentaries. They have excellent documentaries, but when the news comes on, I turn it because I don't want to hear that crap. Because all they're talking about is diversity and equity and inclusion and all this other crap. And we know straight from the Democratic playbook. So anyway, Mariah, you are right. They are yeah, they're very strange. How you doing, Melody? I can't wait for your book to come out. My husband is a retired teacher. He's looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Melody Wolf. Yeah, give me a couple more years until I retire, and I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to be a whistleblower and tell everything I know about the public school system in America and why it has been failing for the past 40 to 50 years. And so, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this short jump on. And of course, as always, I always enjoy you here at the Rolynn's Reviews YouTube channel. And your support is greatly appreciated. And I would love for you to share this. Any of you who are on Truth Social or any other form of social media, please share this out. And that would be great. And you never know. You may see me. Just always check for notifications. Make sure you're receiving all notifications because I'm going to be jumping on a lot more frequently. All right. So thank you all so very much. No, thank you. And as always, Katrina, thank you. Marriott Handover, thank you. All of you, Lady Lieber, James, John, Melody, everyone. Please hit that little like button. And like I said, I hope to see you soon. I'm going to get back on here again, depending on what's going on tomorrow. So all of you that are working, enjoy your workday tomorrow. Denise, wow, I want on that wait list. And thank you for sharing. Oh, Denise, I am. How you doing, Larry? Yes, anytime. Yes, Fridge Reaver, thank you so much. Yeah. So when I retire, I am going to write a book because you guys want to know what's going on in the public schools. And guess what? I'm going to tell you the truth because I'm not at liberty to tell you now. But once I retire, it's full steam ahead. Okay. So I'm going to continue to say my goodbyes and my pleasantries even after I end the live stream. So you all enjoy a good evening. And I'm going to finish responding to you even after I end the live. Take care and have a good evening.